Let me read to you a letter that we received. For some reason, John Mann did not make it here. He is across the ocean, just in case you didn't know that. So John writes us from St. James Pollock Parish Church in Glasgow. Congratulations on reaching the milestone of 125 years as a congregation. It was my privilege to serve as pastor of Clarion United Presbyterian Church from July of 1983 to January of 1992. I learned a lot in those years about life and work. What I took with me from Clarion and what I carried throughout my years of ministry is that the church is a community of faith where people can truly love and care for each other. Church is, in many ways, like a family. There was a sense of integrity to the congregation in Clarion that showed itself in people's willingness to engage with Scripture and with the issues of the day. Discovering how to live as followers of Jesus with a sense of dignity and grace was always important. My path took me far from Clarion all the way to Scotland. But the folks here are not so different. A sense of community, commitment, theological integrity, and dealing with their minister with a sense of humor are all the same. Whenever I tell stories from my time in Clarion and Dow's, they are without exception positive examples. 125 years seems like a long time, but in the greater scheme of things, it is all too brief. The congregation I currently serve worships in a building that is 150 years old. It first contained congregations that were united and amalgamated, and so contains artifacts going back hundreds of years. One stained glass window was funded by the military regiment that burned down the White House during the War of 1812. There's also a silver plate commemorating the first inauguration of George Washington as president. Across the street from the church and up on a hill sits the ruins of a castle that was first built 900 years ago. These things remind us that we are stewards of the church in our time together. When I think of all the folks who were a part of the congregation in the brief time I was in Clarion, who are no longer with us, I'm reminded of how we are always surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. We may not know the particular details of the future, but we can be certain that when we get there, God will also be there with us. I wish you all the best in the continuing of the journey. Sincerely, John W. Mann. I appreciate John's time in penning that for us and sharing his thoughts with us. I appreciate Terry Palmer and Candace Adams and their families taking the time to come and be a part of our gathering this evening. I'm going to let Terry and Candace share just a little bit about where they're at as they share their minutes of time together tonight. Our goal was that we talked to Terry and Candace about talking about where they saw God while they were here in their time of service. Terry, if you'd like to come first, that would be great.